we shine now. We fly, we soar through the clouds. We rise, we shine now. We never falling down. We rise, we shine now. We fly, we soar through the clouds. We rise, we shine now. We never falling down.
They got my fuse lit. Ain't nothing I can buy with your two cents. Step in my mess and get swept like a broomstick. Ayy, ain't that what happened with dirt? And when I'm at my worst, I can still trust the process. If it's in you, your progress. And make meals out the food that the ones that were bringing you down couldn't even digest, but I digress. Look,
never to never, we never falling down.
Never
to never, we never falling down. We never to never, we never falling down. We never to never, we never falling down.
Look, we wanna change and we wanna grow. You in the way, that mean you gotta go. They feeling grace with the people I know. That fill my brain with these demons I know. This happening way too frequent I know. Say that we equal but treat us uneven, and all of my people make me wanna go. But you gon' go? Yeah, here I go. I just hope they understanding me. They reckon and stacking up all the odds and I'm still chilling on top like a canopy. Got my sight on the enemy. Tell oppressed that damaging it like, oh, you offended me. I mean, oh, to humanity. Line them up like assemblies and similes, metaphors and imagery. What's scoring me mentally? What we scoring me mentally be what's scoring them physically. What we scoring them physically be what's all in the history. I just had an epiphany. I noticed the patterns. Know when we say that we matter, it doesn't mean no one else matters. Know that we matter. Know when the bar is too high, we the type that'll go get the ladder. And if we fall off as we climb, then we'll come back and try again after. If we can move forward with this, you for or against. Rising, we shining just when you think you can forget, then the Queen's is the chorus again.
We rise, we shine now. We fly, we soar through the clouds. We rise, we shine now. We never falling down. We rise, we shine now. We fly, we soar through the clouds. We rise, we shine now.
Obviously, this has been a heavy time in St. Louis altogether.
Yes,
it's been a heavy time for people that's in high school, for people that just recently graduated high school, teachers. It's been a heavy time for everybody right now.
It's been a heavy time for you, and I just want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that you're standing here to hold space for your community, even while you are personally feeling this. So I just want to honor and recognize you right now. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Can we hear it from Branden? Come on, can we? Because the man is feeling it, and he's here representing for his group and for his community. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What would you before we get into individual questions? Is there if like, well, you got a camera in front of you, you got news outlets in front of you.
Yeah.
So if this was a personal interview and they asked you what do you want to say to people that are coping, what would you say just as a blanket statement for the people that aren't here able to ask individual and personal questions?
So again, my name is LJ Punch. I'm a trauma surgeon, and I have committed my career to understanding how trauma impacts the body. And I want to tell everybody here, right here, who can hear me online, you have gone through many changes this week because of the trauma you experienced. And I want you to, if you don't remember anything else we say today, I want you to know this is not your fault. It's not your neighbor's fault. It's not the city's fault. It is the trauma that we are experiencing over time. And the number one thing that happens when you go through trauma that you don't understand, that doesn't make sense, is you feel shame, you assign blame, and you walk around with guilt. And I want to tell you, family, that those three feelings have no place in our hearts right now. Now, we'll get into why you do that and why you respond in that way, but I just want to give you the punchline first. It's not your fault. The next thing I do also want to say is that this trauma you've experienced, that we've experienced, is not new. And I don't want to lessen the day-to-day struggle that so many people live in this city. I do also want to recognize that it hits different when it hits everybody. When everywhere you go and everywhere you turn, someone is feeling it in a different way. So I just appreciate that we're collected here and we're standing here together, united, because guess what? If bullets tear us apart, we heal when we come together. And I'm just so grateful to you for showing up today. And I'm especially grateful to the little ones that I see here, because bullets will not impact adults the way they impact these babies. And for us to gather around them and give them a safe space today is one of the best kinds of medicine we could ever provide. So again, thank you for the invitation. And I'd love to take any questions that people might have about what they're feeling, about what's going on, about what we can do, and about what it's going to take for us all to move forward.
Wow, first of all, thank you for that.
You know, a lot of times in our community, people feel like there's no help out there, or they feel like, you know, I can't go to a therapist, I can't go to a shrink. Could you address that?
Okay, so the question is, people feel like there's no help. Now, I'm a trauma surgeon. I physically operated on the consequences of trauma on people's bodies. And after 2 decades of studying that and doing that, this is what I observed: that it's not in your mind. That's the first problem. We think we can heal ourselves by sitting in a chair and talking. There is a role and there is a place for talk therapy. But let's talk about where trauma actually lives. Will you go through this with me for 1 second? Can I just break it down? All right. When you're in an area, in a place, standing there, sitting there, and trauma comes at you through, let's say, a bullet, your body senses a threat. When your body senses a threat, before you can think anything, your nervous system, called your autonomic nervous system, it's the automatic part of your nervous system, whose only job is to keep you alive, kicks in. And there's 4 responses you have when that trauma hits. Who knows what one of the biggest responses are when you feel threatened? What do? You fight. Some of you are angry right now, and you are ready to kill somebody. Say it out loud, because my patients tell me this. You're enraged. And guess what that is? That's your nervous system inside your body signaling to you, we're not going down like that. There's another thing you do, which is, I heard it somebody else say, you run. You say, what? I ain't touching none of that. I'm staying in the house. You're not going to see me, because the only way I can be safe is to be away. There's another response, and I'm hearing it from my patients as well. You freeze. You literally cannot move. And the 4th response is one that nobody really knows about, but it's the one that most helping people do, which is to desperately try to control everything around you so you can make the trauma go away. Those responses begin in your body. They are hardwired. You do and think and move and act because your body senses that threat. And here's the magic. Here's the beauty. Because it starts in your body, you can begin to unravel and heal it in your body. You have to move. Why does every culture have drumming and dance? Sometimes all we do is hold people's hands, make eye contact, and say, I got you. If we could do that for each other every day, I think we would be in better shape.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been drowning in sorrow-filled water fountains, not asking for pity parties, no pardon partners around, and I've calculated the odds, but what good is knowing to count? When I count it up, count it down, I've already been counted out, it don't matter. Show too much of my valor, give up in hard times I haven't, but from the data I've gathered, rumor has it the captured act like they captors, the captors act like they captured, ain't never been down with movement unless the movement is backwards, but I'm ready.
Be ready for violence to stop. Get ready for change to come. Who's ready? We're ready for a revolution. Who's ready? Be ready for the violence to stop.
Who's ready?
Be ready.
Who's ready?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Be ready for the violence to stop.
I said who's ready?
looking at my city and I see it is in trouble. Instead of facing each other, they out here facing muzzles. People dropping left to right, I'm seeing families crumble. We gotta help each other cause we're all part of the struggle. While we hurting each other, I look and I see double. There's so much hurt and hopelessness that lies beneath the rubble. But if we set aside the differences, we can make change. We just gotta be humble, make our way through the rain. Cause I don't know about you, but I'm tired of seeing pain. The gang banging is old, gun violence is beyond lane. If we're not trying to save our city, then we're living in vain. Cause people out are taking lives like it's a video game. What I'm saying isn't make-believe, cause anything is possible. And if we work together, we can obliterate these obstacles. So put the gun down, get up, and join this movement. Cause there's strength in numbers, so let's get to it.
We ready, we ready, we ready for the violence to stop. Get ready, get ready, get ready for change to come. Who's ready? We ready for a revolution. Who's ready? We ready for the violence to stop.
Who's ready?
We ready.
Who's ready?
We ready. We ready for the violence to stop.
I said who's ready?
We ready.
Who's ready?
We ready.
We ready.
We ready for the violence to stop.
With the revolution, the kids of the future, the change to come. Put the gun down, stop aiming at our heads. Don't put us in the dirt, feeling like the target on a story stitch a shirt. But we can talk it out, we should talk it out. Listen, can you hear our voices now? Sing we shall overcome any stereotypes. Not the ones to conform, but to give off light. We have the power in our hands, so we the people need to vote. The biggest generation has the hardest time trying to cope with pain. Seem like every other day it rains in my hood, but somehow we still saying that it's all good. It's not. Black on black crimes got the city in its prime. Of its worst time, I'm hurt time, first time with a beast. Instead of slanging lion, they complain about the streets. Don't give up on us now, it's just something unique.
Violence, put down the gun. We will not be silent. It's time for a revolution. No more violence. Put down the gun. We will not be silent. It's time for a revolution. We ready, we ready, we ready for violence to stop. Get ready, get ready, get ready for change to come. Who's ready? We're ready for a revolution.
Who's ready?
Who's ready? We're ready for the violence to stop.
Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready?